Hey folks, before I send this back, I wanted to do a real quick video. This is the CZ75B 40 Smith & Wesson, and I hate to say it, I didn't even get a chance to accuracy test it. It was -13 the day that I shot this, and I'm doing suppressor tests for an article I'm writing, heat tests, so I had already been outside for over an hour in -13. That does not include wind chill, and I just wanted to shoot this, put some rounds downrange and see how it felt, see how it handled, and that's all I did. Fortunately, CZ does send a little target. This is a factory target. They send that with it. This is the point of aim, the white is the impacts, and the black one is the mean point of impact. And this is 25 meters. Physically, there is very little difference between this and a standard CZ75B. The only difference, it does have a full-length mainspring on the inside, so it comes with a hole in the front, which the standard CZ75B does not. That's basically the only difference. As far as I could tell, I looked at parts diagrams, I didn't see any difference other than that. Handling, I haven't shot a lot of 40 Smith & Wessons. I've shot all of the Glocks, all of them except the 24, the G24, and I've shot an HK, and I have shot one other handgun, I don't remember what it was, one other handgun in 40 Smith & Wesson. And the Glock 22, I thought, shot the best. I own a G22. The only thing that could possibly give it a run for the money is possibly the new MOS lawn slide. That shoots really nice. That might beat it. I have very limited handgun time with that though, so it's kind of hard for me to compare. I would maybe give that the slight edge over the G22. This, I feel, shoots just as good as the G22 as far as handling goes, maybe slightly better. And there's some pros and cons to both one as far as what makes them handle a little bit better. The G22 has a little bit lower bore access because it is striker fired, and that, I think, cuts down on muzzle flip quite a bit. This is heavier though than the G22, which I kind of feel gives it a little bit of an edge in that department over the G22. So, you know, like I said, it's really close. Not a lot of difference. But that's impressive. I mean, to me, it handled better than the HK. XD, that's the other one I shot, an XD. I think this shoots better than the HK or the XD, in my opinion. And like I said, give it a little bit of run for the money on the G22. Very comparable. There is one huge drawback to this pistol when comparing it to other 40 Smith & Wesson handguns on the market. When comparing it to its peers, the one issue it does not hold up well against is that this magazine only holds 10 rounds. And I find that to be very disappointing. That's 5 rounds less than the G22, for example. And the CZ97, which is a 45, it is bigger than this. It is quite a bit bigger, but that holds 10 rounds as well. So for a little bit larger pistol, you're gonna have a larger caliber. I was pretty disappointed that this only holds 10 rounds. And I looked on their website, and see, I didn't know if it was an issue of maybe they're just trying to make it compliant in California, so they just did them all like that. CZ typically tries to put as many rounds in their magazines as they can. They really push the limit. For example, the new CZ P9 holds 19 rounds. So they do try to maximize the rounds. So I kind of ruled out, you know, as far as the engineering aspect, that being a limit, I can't picture them doing that just to make one California compliant handgun. So as far as I can tell, that's just the max that their engineers could put in here. But to me, that's a substantial drop-off. Most handguns on the market, when they scale back from 9mm to 40, or not scale back, but when they change from 9mm to 40, the round, they only lose a few rounds. For example, the Glock, the G17 as compared to the G22, they only lose 2 rounds. Most handguns on the market are like that. You only lose 2, maybe 3 rounds when you go from 9mm to 40. This loses 6 because the standard CZ75 and 9mm holds 16 rounds. So that you're losing 6 rounds when you go from the 9mm to the 40. In my opinion, that is just really not worth it. So as good as this was to shoot, and as much as I like the CZ75 platform, I can't really recommend this handgun. I mean, I like it, it's a pleasure to shoot, but I really feel like the round count is very limited. And if you want to get an extended magazine, they do have an extended magazine on their website that'll bring the round count up, but it's 50% longer than this one, so it sticks out about this far. I gotta move the handgun just to show you. It sticks out about this far, and it's $70 for that magazine. So I really feel like CZ kind of hurt themselves in the 40 caliber market as far as the CZ75 goes. Now, of course, they do make a P7 in 40, but as far as the CZ75B, I really feel like they hurt themselves with the 10 round magazine. I wish there was a way, I don't know, I'm not an engineer. It would have been nice if they could have stuffed more rounds in there. But anyway, that's the CZ75B 40 Smith & Wesson in a nutshell. I am sending it back. I won't have it with me any longer. I did enjoy shooting it, though limited as it was. But if you have any questions, let me know. Semper Fi, and God bless.